Assalamu alaikum. Shalom aleichem. Satnam, and I welcome you all. For this video, I did not choose a topic, but the topic has chosen me. And I will tell you just a short story, how did it happen that the story chose me. And then we go back to essence of our topic. So it happened just for a few days that I was walking with my children, and there was a hill, and on the hill, of course, there goes a road, and it's not a main road. The cars are not passing, but from time to time there's a car who wants to pass. Is it the post or delivery or something like that? So there was a child on the middle of the road sitting, maybe 3 years old. So I looked where could the parents be, or the mother at least, and right on the top of the hill I saw two women who were speaking. So I was walking a bit faster so I might speak with her and ask her if that's her child, because the child looked a bit sad. So if that was not the mother, then I would go back to the child and asked a bit more what's wrong and so on. And just at the time where I came to the woman, I saw that the one big car wants to pass through. So I spoke immediately the woman and asked her, is that your child? Because there's a car, it wants to pass. Maybe you should just care about the child. And she told me something what left me really speechless, that I should not take care, the car should take care. And like now, I really cannot find appropriate commentary to describe what my thoughts were, because I was holding my two children and I could never think of doing something like that where yeah, you understand. So from the moment till the home and till the evening, till I went to the bed, I had thought in my head how careless we as a parents became. So that's something I want to speak here. Just how do we should care. So the God tells us something beautiful in a story of giving the names to the first human beings. And when he speaks about Adam, he says that the human beings are created, Adam, Adama, from the earth. And everything what's from the earth is given to us, and we should care for the earth. So that's responsibility which is spoken through the name on the Adam, on human being, to care for the earth. So when the God says that the first woman was called Eva, Hawa, which means life, it is also directly spoken on the responsibility which is given to the woman, not only to give birth to the children. I'm not speaking about it now, but when she's blessed with the children, that she should take responsibility to care for the life till that life is able to take care of its own. So the second thing which I would like to share with you is something very beautiful from Arabic language, and it's that the word for the mother is and the word for society is ummah. That describes again directly connection between the mother as the root for the whole society. So what the mother really creates, not only in her womb, but outside the womb, by taking care of the children or not taking care, will directly influence in which kind of society we will tomorrow live in. And important is really to say that people who are conscious do have always vision. What do we create in this very moment? Because we know that it will directly influence what happens tomorrow. So I really want to shortly speak about what kind of relations do we have today with the children and what do we create. I will not go too deep into it because in the next videos I will speak directly about social medias and so on. But let's just shortly say it because it's connected to this very video. So, because today we lost our vision of the society, we concentrated our vision of our children on very selfish ideas, because we all have a vision what our children should be when they grow up. We have a vision that our child should be a great doctor or a pilot or whatever and get more money and be famous. And that's really false from a very start, because the child comes with a gift from the Creator, which we as a parents should allow that it grows and to be given to this world. And it means that all kind of our visions about what child should be are not allowed. The child has to develop its own vision, what it is and what it wants to be. The only vision which we as a parents should have is the vision to make from our children the human beings, to help them on that way to develop themselves as the human beings, to recognize what the love is, what means to help each other, to support each other, to share, and so on. And that's only possible if the parents do it. Today we have a really problem because the parents, probably because they were raised in those kind of families where they were not loved and not shared and so on, that they are not able to give a love to the children, give their time to the children, and they're having some other visions, and we are influencing the children and creating society which is really not healthy one. So shortly for social media is that the television contains today so much violence. Really, let us not be blind that on the beginning the scenes of a violence or erotic scenes were so minimum that we could really look over it, really. But today there's so much that it's concerning. For me as a parent, we have thrown out our television outside and we do not watch anything. But most of the children have access to watch films, to see if the parents in the next room are watching horror movie, to listen scenes or to watch even with, to play violent games. And all those things will be saved in the child's brain as a seed who is growing up. And if we allow more and more that seed grows, it will influence the child's what the child is going to be as a human being. So, and we are not only creating one human being. One human being is whole society. So please, let us go back from this idea that we are awaiting for society to be changed on its own. We all have to take responsibility to realize that we are society. Here begins in our very home, and especially by the mothers who are raising a children. So I really here can give you advice, and my own again, because every time I give you advice I go back to myself, is just prove what kind of a vision do you have for your child and for the society which will come after you, with your children. And because my vision is I want to have a healthy human beings for my children, and with them to be able that their children also be healthy human beings who will try to create a normal, healthy society, and society where not really violent people would be celebrated as heroes. So, yeah, just think about taking responsibility first for your own life, because if you do not take responsibility for your own life, you will not be able to take responsibility for another life which is given you into responsibility. That's why it's very important to find a way to be conscious, to stay conscious, and then to act as supporting person to your child. I wish to you all really that we find a very good way, and that the God bless us with the guidance and the best strength to stay on that path and to be enlightened persons, and to help our children to be what they are and not what we want from them to be, and to be humans, and to get a really beautiful society which will come after us, and that this violent society in which we live, in our own very homes also, will diminish. Be blessed and stay healthy, and I'm very happy to welcome you again soon. So, Salam Alaikum, Shalom Aleichem, and Satnam.